Harlequin Audio is proud to bring you No Woman Left Behind, a Lexi Carmichael mystery, Book 6, by Julie Moffett, performed by Kristin Heintz. Chapter 1. For a geek girl like me, having a boyfriend is a lot like texting. They both require precise input and appropriate response. Unfortunately, I'm not good at properly expressing my feelings in person, let alone in a text message. Emoticons scare me. I mean, what exactly is a pig in high heels or a smiling cactus supposed to signify? It's totally outside the scope of a geek girl's knowledge. Plus, no matter how hard I try, it all seems to go south anyway because I usually end up in autocorrect hell. Not that I've ever had to worry about texting or a boyfriend, or texting a boyfriend, until now. My name is Lexi Carmichael, and my teen crush was a comic book figure. Computer genius and circuit engineer Ace Argento, aka Codeman, was the absolute best. He didn't count on guns or bombs to save the day, but relied on his superior intellect to outwit Byte Bandit and stop his fictional computer virus from infecting the internet. Given that Ace was perpetually unavailable, not to mention fictional, I figured I'd never have to worry about navigating relationship dynamics. So, instead of hanging out at the mall with girlfriends and talking about guys, I hung out in chat rooms and discussed the latest SDN controllers and bypass protocols. My social life was completely virtual, and I preferred it that way. Then, somehow, at the age of 25, I stumbled into my first real relationship. In a series of events that surprised everyone, but especially me, I finally graduated from a comic book crush to a flesh and blood boyfriend. It turns out there are significant perks to having a real boyfriend, including delicious home-cooked Italian food, a guy who doesn't fall asleep when I start talking about enterprise-level security metrics, and some totally excellent I didn't know you could do that on a dining room table sex. Yep, being a girlfriend does have its rewards, except now that my parents have caught wind of the fact I'm no longer single, they're pressuring me to bring said boyfriend over for an evening of dinner and conversation. That's worrisome because my father is an attorney for an exclusive high-priced firm in Georgetown. His masterful interrogation skills could make the leader of North Korea confess to wearing women's underwear, even if he didn't. My mother is a former Virginia beauty queen who sits on the boards of several national charities. She has long despaired at my lack of social skills and, to my dismay, has appointed herself the task of finding me a husband. They're pretty good parents, and they're both proud of my position as the director of information security at a cyber intelligence firm, but they haven't ever been quite sure how to handle me. My childhood love of Codeman and disdain for dolls and the color pink might not have been that big of a deal, except I'm the only girl in our family. I have two older brothers, Rock, who is an investigative reporter for the Washington Post, and Bo, who is a detective with the Baltimore PD. As a result, my mom somewhat desperately pinned all her girly hopes and dreams on me. It didn't happen the way she envisioned, but we're trying to work things out. Naturally, all of that worried me in terms of bringing home my very first boyfriend, in addition to the statistically high chance my parents would make embarrassing comments and drag out pictures of me sitting naked in front of a keyboard when I was 2. I worried my mother might start planning the wedding right away. For 10 years or so, she has despaired over my lack of male attention. Now that I actually have a boyfriend, she has spent the last couple of weeks in a full-court press to meet him. I know what she wants. She wants to get to know him really well. Problem is, I'm still getting to know him, and I haven't made much progress. My boyfriend, is not an ordinary guy. He's a hacker, a super-secret agent for the NSA, and a possible member of the Vatican's Secret Service, which...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?